You guys already know the backstory on this one. I don't even think I need to say anything. Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry, I don't mean to leave you hanging, but it's so much I got going on and so much I'm trying to get together in terms of the reboot of this show. So just bear with me for a little bit longer. Anyways, I know you guys already know what happened because it's been in mainstream news for the last few weeks. In short, Empire actor Jussie Smollett woke up on January 29th, 2019, and decided to do something really freaking stupid. He hired actors from the show he works on, concocted this loser plan to make it appear as if a hate crime was committed against him, and it blew up in his face like a stick of dynamite. In short, after a ton of inconsistencies with his story, along with a daily array of twists and turns and plots and all of that crap, as of the date of this video, Jussie has since been arrested as a suspect in his own damn case. He was charged with a felony for allegedly filing a false police report, and there are some other charges. Anyways, a judge had set bond for him, which he paid, and he ordered the actor to surrender his passport. In the meantime, Jussie sticks by his story. He says that he was attacked and that this was a hate crime and yada, 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 yada. I mean, you just gotta laugh. First of all, any emotionally intelligent adult could have seen from the beginning that the story never made any sense. From the way he described everything, it just didn't make any kind of sense. My 8-year-old could have concocted a better story than this. I mean, come on, a Subway sandwich at 2 a.m., in minus, 30-degree weather in Chicago, and two random Trump supporters, decided to leave out of their warm homes to go out looking for you specifically to attack you. They knew you were going to be coming out of a Subway. And I mean, come on, really? And then for them to just beat you up for 5 minutes. No robbery. They tied a noose around your neck. They didn't choke you with it. They didn't take nothing. It was just bullshit, right? It's just complete bullshit. And anyone could have seen that this was bullshit. I think the Chicago PD themselves, it didn't take them long to realize what was happening as well. He claimed the attackers were white. We find out that they're not. If you noticed, he has since stopped IDing his attackers as white. And as of today's date, it doesn't even appear that he's even pushing to press charges against the 2 actual attackers who did it. And he's not, because he knows, that it was bullshit and that it was crap and that he's caught and that he's fucked up. But his lawyers are telling him to stick to his story, and whatever. What's even funniest is that because this story has been in mainstream media, just the play-by-play, the details, the timeline, Jussie's reaction, the internet is cluttered with memes and videos. Despite the fact that anyone like I said, any emotionally intelligent adult could see that this was bullshit, you actually still have a lot of people out here clinging to Jussie's side of the story. They're desperately hoping that he was actually attacked and that there is some shred of this that is true. And come on, seriously. In my opinion, people are still clinging to this because they want to feel validated for their own bias. They don't really care about him anymore. They want to feel validated for their own bias. They want to feel like this guy really didn't tell this lie. And, blowing the narrative completely out of the water, blowing a hole in their own theories. That's what they're looking for. I see through all of you. I've been there before myself when I used to be very emotionally stupid. It's what happens, but I'm sure they'll come around. My issue with all of this, and why I wanted to make this video about this, is that, you guys, all of this points to something that we're not acknowledging. And that's the fact that a whole lot of people in America has a problem. A really, really, really sick problem. TV and media is all about emotion. It is all about channeling some sort of emotion out of people, be it good or bad. And right now we are living in an era where outrage culture is a thing. And it's a thing because victimhood culture is a thing. It's a narrative that is consistently being pushed by the media day in and day out. They're even building TV shows around this kind of culture and everything. And unfortunately, because we're living in an era where outrage culture and victimhood culture is a thing, people are being encouraged daily to think of themselves as weak, marginalized, and oppressed in some form or another. And the hustle with all of this is that the end goal isn't necessarily to bring a call to action or an awareness to eliminate a specific grievance or to eliminate what you feel is oppressing you, but to simply elevate the status of said victim. And this is what Jussie was looking to do. And he knew the media would latch onto it because it fit this narrative and current agenda. And he did all of this to elevate his career. He did not do this because he cares about, disenfranchised LGBT people. He did not do it because he hates Trump supporters or he, wants to help Black people. He did it because he wanted to make a name for himself. He wanted to elevate his own damn career. The policies that go into effect doesn't even affect a person like him because he's a fucking millionaire. He makes a lot of money. In fact, Trump's tax law, has the least amount of effect on someone like him. He benefits from it. So he could talk all the crap he wants. He did not do this for you. Don't you even bother to try to think that that's what he did. It was all to make a name for himself. And he concocted a story that he knew would tug at the emotions of people. And he used emotional manipulation for personal gain. That is the sick culture we're living in. This is the problem America has. If you haven't noticed, they had already begun rewarding Jussie for his fake performance before they even knew the whole story. Everybody had a damn picture on Instagram to post saying, Jussie, we stand behind you. We love you. Stay strong. And it's because it fits every single profile of the narrative that the media pushes. This is why the lights are shining bright on him as we speak about this. Even with everybody knowing that the guy is dead ass wrong, and it's a shame. But again, this is a sick problem. America has a damn problem, and it's a sick problem. We've reached a point where people feel validated not by their own virtue, but the idea that someone else's treatment of you is what makes you virtuous. Yeah, this sick culture isn't evolving us as a people. It's not evolving us as a country. Black people, this does not elevate us. Doesn't elevate you, LGBTQ peeps. What Jussie did does not elevate you or your fight. This does not represent progress. In fact, this situation proved that despite everybody's claim to be so damn woke, yeah, you're very much still asleep. Because if Jussie was able to fool you with this Scooby-Doo cartoon-ass plot line, you're not awake. Because from the moment you heard this bullshit story, your Inspector Gadget antennas should have gone up in the air immediately because it just didn't make any sense. None of it was real. But no one wanted to challenge Jussie on it. It took the Chicago PD to investigate it. And some people are mad at them now because they did. And it's because America hates Trump and bigots so much that whatever story the media prints or posts to, puts on TV about them, it generates this fury and outrage that rallies everybody against him, because everybody feels that we share this common enemy, Trump and Republicans. Jussie knew this, which is why he used racism and the normalization of gay lives for personal gain. And he's reduced the whole idea of progression into a joke. If this doesn't piss you off at this guy, I don't know what should. All I know is that this trivializes real instances of hate and crime. And that should bother everyone, because there's nothing about this story that is going to yield anything tangible. It's not going to encourage any Illinois politicians or Chicago politicians to push or sign off on any good policy. And I'm sorry, people, I'm really going to need for a lot of you to have a conversation with your God or seek some sort of therapy, because this kind of hatred, this kind of behavior is sick. It's just sick. This story shouldn't have even gotten the kind of media attention that it has. But it did, because of the social climate we're in. And we're in this climate because of media and TV. All of this is being done to manipulate the intellectually lazy and the emotionally stupid. You guys can disagree with me all you want to, but this is the reality and what has become of American culture. It is one big psychological game, and it's being played on you and your damn ignorance. The mere fact that people even want to continue to cling to Jussie's story and make excuses for him shows how we have not evolved at all. And it's due to intellectual laziness and ego. You even have some of his actor peers saying, hey, Jussie made a mistake, or all he did was tell a lie. No. Jussie's decision and what he did actually affects far more people than just Jussie himself. Okay? His lie is costing taxpayers thousands and likely now millions of dollars that is being spent on an investigation that should not even be happening. That is money that could have easily been used to fund something else for the city of Chicago. He's not even calling what he did a mistake. So why are you doing it for him? You know why? Because y'all all messed up in the head. This guy has yet to even acknowledge any wrongdoing in this situation. But yet here we still have people trying to make excuses for him. This just goes to show you how easy it is to lure people into these types of traps. Again, America has a problem. It's sick, and it's why it's time for people to really evaluate what's going on in their heads. It's time people do that, because we are not evolving. We aren't ascending. We're descending, and it's a shame. The human brain is designed to evolve, and when it doesn't, there's something wrong with it. That's science. That isn't even me. That's science. What took America so long to build is being torn apart at the seams at every turn. I'm not going to spend any more time on this story. I can't, because I'm starting to get triggered, and I'm not one of those kind of people. I do want to say shout out to all the consistent people who analyze every situation, including the ones that are handed out like candy, that are designed to trigger you emotionally. It's bullshit, but you catch it. To the rest of you, I can only pray that you figure it out. Because America has gotten so used to enabling behavior like this, it's going to continue. if it hasn't already started prior to Jussie Smollett. Because keep in mind, this guy's an actor, a rather very stupid one, and whether he's a good one is up for debate, but he's definitely a stupid one. And now he's a criminal, yes. But he performed as expected with this whole layout. Why do I say that? Because he played the role of victim in a climate of intolerance. And you fell for it. Yep, you fell for all of it. Some of you are still falling for it. Let that marinate a little bit, good people. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. I'll catch you guys next report.